Hey everybody, welcome back. Thanks for joining me. Just wanted to go through this wonderful image that's been released from NASA, combining the collaboration effort of the Hubble Space Telescope and the Euclid Telescope, and how they team up for a masterpiece on the Cat's Eye Nebula. Here you can see Euclid captures the outer rings that have been cast off initially before the interplanetary nebula was formed. Again, this is a planetary nebula. This is a star similar to our sun that has thrown off its outer layers, has become a white dwarf, and its outer layers are now illuminated by the heat of the white dwarf as that expands and shows off, and we're able to see these layers. It only happens for a few thousand years before the white dwarf cools enough to where the gas is no longer able to be lighted up by the heat of the white dwarf. Anyway, here you can see that in 2010, July 2010, you can see here I actually sketched this. You can read my observation notes here. Probably will go back to it this summer. It's a great imaging target if you want to image it come this summer. Anyway, so if you've ever looked at the photo of the Cat's Eye Nebula, NGC 6543, or looked at it through a telescope, as I said, here's my sketch from 2010, and thought it looked like something straight out of a sci-fi movie, you aren't alone. Even NASA describes its structures as surreal. This week we got a brand new look at this iconic object with a bit of a twist. For the first time, the Hubble Space Telescope and the Euclid Space Telescope teamed up to give us the ultimate wide-angle meets the macro view of this dying star. Why the Cat's Eye matters? The Cat's Eye is located about 4,400 light years away in the constellation of Draco. It has a special place in history. Back in 1864, it was the very first planetary nebula to be analyzed with a spectroscope. That discovery proved these weren't actually planets, as early astronomers thought, but expounding clouds of gas thrown off by dying stars. What makes this new 2026 data so cool is how these two telescopes combine to complement each other. Hubble's precision with Lucid's going to look at the big picture. Hubble zoomed into the very core. It captured a tapestry of concentric shells and high-speed gas jets. Scientists call this a cosmic fossil record because each layer of gas tells the story of a specific moment when the star coughed off these outer layers. Euclid's wide lens, Euclid is usually busy mapping the distant universe, but here it captured the nebula's massive outer halo, these colorful fragments of gas that were ejected long before the main nebula even formed, like I talked about. Because Euclid sees in the near-infrared invisible light, it shows the nebula sitting against a backdrop of thousands of distant galaxies. What an image. Just take a look at that. When we combine Hubble's high-res interview with Lucid's outer deep views, we get a complete timeline of the star's final moments. It's beautiful, slightly haunting reminder of the delicate interplay between a single star's end-of-life process and the vast cosmic tapestry it lives in. If you want to see the high-res versions, I've put a link here. You can go over and take a look at it. Thanks for joining me. Hope you found this very interesting. Again, love the life and death of stars, and in this case, the Cat's Eye Nebula and its central star, its planetary, its white dwarf has shed off all these layers and is putting material back into the cosmos to be recycled. And just an amazing view. Love planetary nebula. Hope you have clear skies. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks for joining me.